Good morning and welcome to another episode of Tay Talks Positivity. This is your girl Tay, ready to help you get your work week started with some good vibes and positive energy. On this podcast, my goal is to share with you every week an affirmation to help you get your week started off with positivity and good energy. I'll also be sharing with you how I plan to use that affirmation in my journey towards living a positive lifestyle. Every week, I'm going to set a goal that I wish to achieve by the end of the week. My hope is that you too will set a goal that you want to reach, whether it's by the end of the week or sometime in the future. Together, we can all achieve success. This week's affirmation is, I am stronger than my weaknesses. By definition, a weakness is the state or quality of being weak. A lack of strength or firmness, vigor or feebleness. When a person is weak, you can say that that person isn't strong, right? They are liable to yield or break or collapse under pressure or strain. They are fragile. And if we can all be honest with ourselves for a moment, we have all felt the feeling of weakness at one point or another. It's normal. We all have weaknesses. Some of us may have more than others, but we all have a few. It can be something as small as chocolates or cookies, but it can also be something bigger. Some people have weaknesses for a person or people that are doing more harm than good for their lives. We tend to hold on to those people because we may have known them since we were kids and we may consider them to be family. Even though we've seen how that person may only call when they need something or when they're going through something, but when you need them, they either don't pick up the phone or they do pick up the phone. They pretend like they're listening to you vent and what you're going through. They might have you thinking they're hearing you out, but their only response is them bringing up their own issues or whatever agenda they may have had from jump. Then there are some people who have a weakness for love. They try to hold on to people because they're afraid to be alone. They may feel like they need to have a person that they can hold on to and have the option to call when they need to release some sexual frustration. They feel like they need that person in order to validate the idea of people wanting or loving them. Some of you may not realize, but there are some family members that can be a weakness to you as well. Because they're family, they feel like you have an obligation to be there for them whenever they call or whenever they need something. They may constantly fuck up, doing the same shit over and over again, but then come to you for help, and each time they say that this is going to be the last time. And the moment you try to put your foot down and tell them no, they try to make you feel guilty. Saying stuff like, "We supposed to be family. How you gonna do me like that? Family's supposed to look out for family." I associate weakness with moments of stress and worry and the feeling of not having control over a situation. When I feel like I don't have control of what's going on in my life, I start to feel stressed. And when I start to feel stressed, I start to panic. And when I feel stressed and panicked, I tend to do things that I wouldn't normally do under normal circumstances. I allow things to happen that I wouldn't usually let ride, or in those moments, I feel like I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Now, I know there's some people that are saying I'm good. I'm the person that everybody can come to when they need somebody to be there for them. But let's keep it real. The people that are the strong friend are the ones that need someone to check on them too. If not, they need somebody to check on them the most. They are the ones that carry the burdens of other people while they either try to deal with their own problems or just outright neglect themselves. They may not realize it, but being that go to person, that strong friend for everyone else, is a weakness in itself. For me personally, it took a while for me to realize that I was the strong friend that was always there for my friends when they needed me to be. And there were times when I actually tried putting my foot down and telling them, no, not this time. I tried to tell them I had different priorities now. I had a family. They would, of course, give me the guilt trip, saying, why, when you get in a relationship, you want to act different? We've been friends since high school. You can't even do this for me? It took me breaking down and crying and actually losing friendships before I realized that those friends were, in fact, making me weak. I had one friend that I thought would be my best friend for life. But when I started dating my fiance, my time was no longer spent with just him. You know how when you start dating somebody, y'all be all up under each other, going out on dates. You spend hours on the phone getting to know each other. And in addition to us getting to know each other, she had a kid. So there was time I had to spend getting to know her child too. On top of that, she didn't live in the same town. So we would have to travel back and forth to see each other on the weekends because we both worked during the week. Because I wasn't around on the weekends to do whatever he wanted to do, whenever he wanted to do it, he felt some type of way. He felt like I wasn't giving him enough of myself, and another friend of ours, and he decided that he didn't want to deal with me at all. He didn't understand that my life was changing and that my time was no longer just for him. Mind you, he didn't even bother to take the time to ask me how I was feeling about the situation. He pretty much just put me in a position where I felt like I had to choose between the family I was building and a friendship that I thought could never be broken. One time, I even tried to reach out to him and tried to have him understand my side of things. I tried explaining to him how things were changing and I was building a family, and I also had to consider them with what I was doing. And I tried to explain to him that I couldn't just spend my time going out and partying and going out and doing whatever he wanted to do whenever he was available and wanted to do it. He didn't even try to hear nothing I was trying to tell him. I was completely dismissed, and the only thing that mattered to him was how he felt about the situation. At first, I gotta admit it, I was heartbroken. Never in a million years would I have thought that the one person I considered to be my best friend would hurt me the way he did. In that moment, he ain't give two shits about how much I was hurting. He only cared about the fact that he was hurting. And in that moment, I felt bad because I felt like I had let my friend down. It took a moment for me to realize how emotionally draining that friendship had become. Because no one who says they love you and care for you will put you in a situation where you feel like they're giving you an ultimatum by asking you to choose between them and your relationship. It took some time for me to get to the point where I started to feel okay with distancing myself from the things and the people that were bringing me down. I started surrounding myself with people that would build me up. Since that day, my life has been forever changed. I no longer let the way anyone sees or feel about me overshadow how I feel about myself. I never let the way anybody feel determine my choice and my decisions. I've learned that sometimes saying no and protecting my own feelings takes precedence over always trying to be there for other people. Just because a person was family or a close friend that I had known all my life didn't give them the right to use me or put me in uncomfortable situations that I didn't want to be in. Once I let go of the dead weight that was holding me down and I felt myself getting stronger and stronger day by day, I was now accomplishing so many things that I feel like I was destined to do. Try taking a look at some of the situations you feel are holding you back from achieving your goals and living your life to its fullest potential. And see how strong you feel once you shed that dead weight that's been holding you back. Now repeat after me. I am stronger than my weaknesses. I am stronger than my weaknesses. I am stronger than my weaknesses. My goal for this week is to let go of the people that don't bring anything positive into my life. Sometimes you really have to take a step back and evaluate your relationships. And when you do, you'll see who is genuinely there and who is on the low praying for your downfall. I want to be able to let those people go who are only there for what they feel like they can get out of me and from me. I always want to be able to tell the people in my life that are genuinely there for me how much they mean to me. I know I may not always say it, and I'm always acting goofy and playing around, but there are people I want to know that I see you, I love you, and I couldn't do any of this without you. My mom and dad, Shirley and Fred Sr., my brothers, Daryl, Terrence, and F., my sister-in-laws, Felicia and Candy, my nephews, Amari and Cameron, my nieces, Shakira, Amora, and Desire, and last but certainly not least, my fiance, Shamira, and our beautiful daughter, Yasira. In one way or another, each of you have played a part in me being the person I am today. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for always believing in me. And thank you all for always supporting all that I do. I love you all. I challenge you to set a goal for yourself that you wish to achieve. Whether it's big or small, put a plan together that can help you reach your goal. Allow yourself to be surrounded by positive vibes and good energy. And if there is something or someone negative that shows up and tries to bring you down, repeat your affirmation and allow that aura of positivity that you have around you shine bright. This is Tay, and always remember, affirm it, apply it, and achieve it.